All of 2025, we have been talking about the big shift that happened in crypto once we witnessed a new president take office. Obviously, since Trump did get elected president, we started to see crypto become a big spotlight in the US, and almost everything that was an obstacle during the Biden era of crypto completely got taken away, right? The SEC is no longer hostile towards crypto. We have a new SEC chair that is pro-crypto. The CFTC is now pro-crypto. We are starting to see the government embrace crypto tech, which is just crazy to see. However, it still is a big focus from my point of view to highlight everything happening still around regulations, around this admin as well, because again, we are constantly seeing more and more green lights across the board telling us that, hey, crypto is here, it's staying, and it's only going to become more intertwined within the US system. Now, on top of that, we go back just a couple hours ago. Trump reaffirms pledge for landmark crypto legislation amid industry push. So President Donald Trump recirculated clips of his commitment to sign comprehensive cryptocurrency market structure legislation this year, following the July Genius Act that set federal rules for stablecoins. On October 23rd, crypto executives lobbied senators to advance a broader digital asset bill addressing SEC and CFTC oversight, while Trump nominated crypto advocate Michael Selig as CFTC chair on October 25th, which, by the way, we will be talking about that as well, to promote lighter regulation. Social media reactions on X mix excitement over potential sector growth with skepticism about the timing of the recirculated promises. Now, with that in mind, now is the best time to lock in with ITrustCapital, where you could tap into their Roth IRA crypto-designed platform or even their premium custody account that allows you to hold crypto safely and soundly. You never have to worry about if your crypto is going to disappear overnight, because this is a closed loop system. Assets are held one-to-one off balance sheet, US-based live client service, institutional custody, tax reporting, and 24/7, 365 buying and selling. I personally love the Roth IRA side of their platform. It's incredible, especially for tax advantaged trading as well as holding crypto. If you guys do want to tap into this, you guys are more than welcome to, utilizing my link down in the description below and my promo code as well, where you deposit $1,000 and they give you an additional $100 funding bonus. What are you guys waiting for? Sign up today. You won't regret it. The recirculated promises were these video clips here. Number one, we have President Trump says that he will sign landmark crypto market structure legislation this year. Check it out.
I'm also committed to signing landmark crypto market structure legislation this year to grow the industry. We're going to be growing it even more than people ever thought. It's a really hot industry. I'm also committed to signing
So obviously we are still fully focused on crypto market structure because this is clarity for the entire crypto space. And this is what's really going to unlock this space in a big way. I feel like this is the last major lock that's in place that needs to be unlocked in order to see trillions on top of trillions of dollars flood into the space and over these networks. Now, on top of that, we also got another big update regarding what Trump is trying to do with crypto. Now, this goes back to Bitcoin maxis constantly saying, oh, everything's about Bitcoin, right? Because again, we have here from Vincent Van Code, don't you just love how maxis slip in Bitcoin whenever crypto is mentioned? He said, make America the crypto capital, no mention of Bitcoin. Why do they have to try so hard to convince everyone that Bitcoin is so good? I think you know the answer. The bigger the sell, the bigger the lie. XRP sells itself. I just present the facts and people are clever on its potential. No need to fill your head with philosophical garbage. Thank you for your attention. Because again, this was another clip that recirculated, which was regarding the Bitcoin and crypto reserves and trust that, the US was going to create essentially. We have here from Trending Bitcoin, obviously a Bitcoin Maxi account. President of the United States signing an executive order to make America a Bitcoin and crypto capital. This changed everything. Check it out.
Group to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
All right, David, that's for you.
Thanks, sir.
You find them exciting? They might not be exciting, but they're going to make a lot of money for the country.
So there you have it. And obviously, yeah, we have witnessed a lot of great big pushes this year around crypto. Obviously, these executive orders were very significant, and also the highlighting of, the market structure bill. That's definitely another big one that we are fully focused on. But let's go back over here real quick to this first post that I was highlighting, which is, of course, the new CFTC chair. Michael Selig, we have over here. Scoop, the White House has picked Michael Selig to lead the CFTC. A formal announcement will come soon. He is currently the chief counsel of the SEC Crypto Task Force. Now, why is this individual so significant? Why should we focus on this individual? Well, let's go over here to this post from Bank XRP. So again, this is David Sachs talking about the announcement. David Sachs basically said, as anyone who knows him will attest, Michael Selig is deeply knowledgeable about financial markets and passionate about modernizing our regulatory approach in order to maintain America's competitiveness in the digital asset era. Mike has not only been instrumental in driving forward the president's crypto agenda as chief counsel of the SEC Crypto Task Force, he also brings deep experience in traditional commodities markets from his time working at the CFTC under former chairman Chris Giancarlo. On behalf of the president's working group on digital assets, Patrick J. Witt and I will also look forward to continuing our work with Mike to deliver on President Trump's promise to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the planet. Now, why is Mike such a big focus? Well, here we have massive win by the Ripple team against the SEC Judge Torres clearly affirms the view that the same crypto asset may be sold as an investment contract and therefore a security. And as a standalone good, the investment contract is the security, not the crypto asset. Then also over here, this is going all the way back to, again, July of 2023. Judge Torres held that XRP itself is not a security, but it can be sold as part of a security. XRP itself is simply computer code. So Mike understands that, yeah, XRP and crypto assets are not securities. And we have from Bank XRP, President Trump's pick of Mike Selig, a win for crypto innovation insight ready regulation. He also followed the SEC versus Ripple case. He is very familiar with Ripple and XRP. And yes, he does know about both Ripple and XRP in a large way. So we love to see this. This is incredible to see. And it's another great pick for, of course, the CFTC. Now, beyond that, we also are looking at what executives from the space are telling us regarding market structure. We have Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says he met with 25 senators in the past 2 days to get crypto market structure legislation done. We also got a video clip from Brian Armstrong. He said DC may be shut down, but momentum for market structure clarity is at an all-time high. I sat down with Senate Democrats and Republicans who want to get this done. We are 90% there. Both sides are working hard to figure out the final 10%, and we are getting close. Coinbase is continuing to push for clear rules that protect innovation in DeFi and your right to earn stablecoin rewards. We are bullish on getting a bill passed by year end and hopeful it's out of committee by Thanksgiving. We will keep fighting for the future of crypto here on the Hill. Check it out.
Hey everyone, Brian Armstrong here. I'm back in DC, and even though the government is shut down, the Senate is working hard on getting market structure legislation passed for crypto, which is great to see. I attended some meetings this morning with both the Senate Dems, the Senate Republicans, and I'd say they're 90% on the same page. There's draft text being shared back and forth between both parties. Both sides want to get this done. That last 10%, there's a couple remaining issues open, like, for instance, DeFi. We want to make sure that we're pushing to protect DeFi and all the innovation potential that can have, and that the centralized intermediaries in crypto like Coinbase should be regulated, not the protocols. And then, of course, we're making sure to preserve stablecoin rewards for you as well. The big banks are coming for their cash grab, trying to block that, even though it was just recently decided in the Genius Act, which just recently became law. We're not going to let them relitigate that. So with these last few issues getting wrapped up, we're hoping to see this bill come out of committee by Thanksgiving. That would be a great outcome. Fingers crossed. We're going to keep showing up for your rights, and we'll keep you updated. Thanks.
So yeah, I mean, listen, if this is the case, if we are 90% there, then hey, that last 10% I feel like we get it done by the end of the year. If not, hey, by Q1 of 2026, we should have this fully passed through. The main thing that we are focused on when it comes to this, especially if you hold XRP, or any utility-based project, the number one thing that you need to be aware of here is that we are watching as some of the biggest moves are made to ensure that these utility-based projects reach their full potential. This is the biggest thing to focus on at this moment when it comes to crypto. This is the last major unlock that we need. And we are so close, as we are hearing from the co-founder and CEO of Coinbase. Now, on top of this, we also did see Brian Armstrong on CNBC. This is crypto market structure bill is close to passing. Bank XRP posted this. Check it out.
Yeah, well, we had great meetings with the Democrats in the Senate and on the Republican side today. And the good news is that there's strong bipartisan support and will to get this market structure legislation done. It's important for America, and the 50 million Americans who've used crypto want to see it get done. And so one date we heard floated was, let's try to get this markup done before Thanksgiving. I think that there's 90% of the issues are already aligned on and agreed, and there's draft text going back and forth, a lot of great cross-functional collaboration happening. That last 10% are the remaining issues, and everyone committed to get in the room together and work it out, and hopefully we'll see some draft text or get it out of committee by Thanksgiving.
So there we go. By Thanksgiving is the main focus here. And we also did get another big update regarding this from David Sachs as well. He said that bipartisan crypto market structure legislation could pass this year. And also the White House official Patrick Witt says that the crypto market structure bill is expected to pass in 2025 as well. So yeah, I mean, listen, if this is going to be the case, if we are going to witness all of this happen in 2025, from the Genius Act to the market structure bill, if all of this is happening in one single year, 2026 is going to be a monster year for fundamental updates. Obviously, price action wise, it's hard to predict what's going to happen in 2026. A lot of people are expecting a bear market. We don't know what's going to happen. That's the biggest problem here. We don't know what's expected in 2026. But the main thing that I want really everyone to understand here is that when it comes to the utility bull run, when it comes to utilization becoming the main value driver here, all of these moves, right? All of these major bills, this legislation, this is all crucial. This is how we get to the point where we no longer have to worry about what Bitcoin's doing or what Ethereum's doing. No, all we need to do is focus on utility-based projects that are actually being utilized, that are being integrated into specific markets, like for example, the banking industry or the equities market, like tokenization, tokenized stocks, things like that. It's becoming a reality. So, as long as we are starting to see these public networks that are extremely large utility projects, as long as we are constantly seeing adoption around them, with everything happening in crypto, we should start to see that value and the use of these networks skyrocketing because of all of these obstacles getting removed. And, with market structure being that last unlock, we should start to see trillions of dollars being integrated into specific processes like tokenization processes or even institutional DeFi processes. And that's going to make a lot of these networks like the XRP Ledger, for example, very valuable because of the amount of volume and value moving over them. And also what's interesting about Patrick Witt saying that crypto market structure bill is expected to pass in 2025, I think that we are going to be hearing from him at, of course, Ripple Swell on November 4th through the 5th regarding this. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of policy discussions happening at Ripple Swell, as well as legislation being a big focus, because again, we also know that Ripple is anticipating this getting passed through because it allows for them to really expand in a much larger way, and also really work with some other big players that have been on the fence while they wait for clarity in this space. So I'm very excited about the future for crypto. I think that this is going to be a big one. I think everyone should be focused on the market structure bill, and it seems as though we are getting very close. And from what we are hearing from Brian Armstrong, hey, we're 90% there. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord on the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.